Hi everyone, it's Bethany, your crafty BFF, and I am going live right now. It is 9:30 on Monday, September 9th, and I am waiting to see if anyone's going to join. Um so I'm kind of getting more and more comfortable going live and crafting on live stream and whatnot. So I'm performing a little experiment to see what time of day seems to be the best for people to uh, be available to join my live streams. Um, this is the first time I've ever gone live this early in the morning, so I don't know how it's going to go. Hopefully, there's someone who is out there and wants to watch. I see someone has popped in. Hello to the one person who has popped in. I am going to do a project share this morning showing what I created for this Halloween themed swap. This is one of, let's see, how many have I joined now? There's the one, two, three, four. This is one of 5 Halloween swaps that I have joined. Good morning, Michelle. Thank you so much for joining. I was just saying that I'm getting more and more comfortable going live, and I'm kind of doing a little experiment with myself to see what time of day uh is best for people to join lives. Good morning, Lisa G. Thanks so much for joining. So, what I have here is a Halloween swap that's being hosted by Lacey, who is the Cheeky Bum here on YouTube and over on Instagram. And this is the Halloween embellishment box swap. And I believe the requirements were to make, obviously, decorate an embellishment box, load it up with Halloween themed goodies, make 2 shakers, and package it all creatively. Good morning, Beck. I was just talking to you, Beck, over on Instagram. So glad you can make it. Thanks for joining. Thank you all for joining this morning. I'm experimenting to see what time of day most I can get people to be available for live streaming purposes, because like I said, I'm getting more used to it and people seem to like it. So that's what we're doing this morning. I'm going to share what I created for Lacey and then what I created for the swap, because they are just a tiny bit different. I wanted to participate in this swap because I don't have a lot of Halloween themed trinkets like charms and cabochons. I had some, just enough to do this swap. What time is it in your part of the world? It is 9:30 in the morning here in Dayton, Ohio. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm so glad you got me live too. So I didn't have like a whole lot of Halloween trinkets. So I wanted to send, and what I do have, I've kind of just randomly collected through last year swaps and what I've bought on Ali or Temu, and I didn't love what I had. So I thought, let's take a chance and swap what I do have and see what we get back. I'm excited to see what I will get back. Um, so because I didn't have a whole lot of trinkets, I had just enough to do these 2 swaps. I did not make a whole embellishment box for Lacey, and it wasn't required to make her anything, but I know personally how much work goes into hosting a swap, and wanted to do something for her. So my packaging for all 3 is the same. I created this loaded pocket that is actually a die from KS Craft. This was one of the very first dies that I ever bought, and I was actually missing the layering piece, but I had the backing piece, so I just cut this out in 110-pound cardstock and black cardstock for the back, and then I did the pattern paper for the front. I stitched around with that thick black thread that I like uh, for Halloween. And then I put this pocket together. See, it's like an expandable pocket, and it even has the matting pieces for the side, um, for the little tabs, which is crazy. It's a lot of paper piecing this thing together, but it's worth it in the end, I think. And so then I decorated all three exactly the same. Um, I layered up some of that black mesh in the background and used this. I love this ephemera piece that says use the flamer. I stitched around it as well. Then I had this little this I actually fussy cut from the paper pad, this little black, orange, and white stripy piece. Then I have that pumpkin ephemera piece. This girl, she's super cute with the little cat on her lap. And then I added the sentiment that says all I need is you and some candy over this paper ruffle that I created. Um, but it was like it didn't stand out enough, so I decided to stitch around the sentiment as well, with that black thread, and I think it really helped it stand out. And so then we have these black enamel dots that I picked up from Hobby Lobby a long time ago and used those to finish it off. I made Lacey and each of my swap partners just a little, I think it's like a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 um, greeting card, just to be able to send a little note to them. I used the 3 by 3 cut aparts from the 31 collection by Frank Garcia. I have some of 31 and some of Luna, and I've kind of just mixed them together. They work together seamlessly, so I cut out this little note card and black cardstock. I did line the inside with white cardstock, and then I have my little note on a separate piece of paper. I did matte with some gold foil, and then put the 3 by 3 down on some foam dots, and it says Hello Pumpkin. So there's that one. And then, so like I said, for Lacey, I didn't do like a whole embellishment box, but what I did do is wire wrap her a crap ton of Halloween colored beads, right? So this is how I made this removable belly band that is on here with Velcro dots from the Dollar Tree. And so I just kind of measured what I wanted the width to be, wrapped it around the box. I did mat it with this pink cardstock, and then I used this black spider web pattern paper. I did stitch around it with pink thread. Look at me. I've been so good about switching out my threads. Um, Usually I stick with just the gold and don't ever switch colors, but for Halloween I like to do the pink and the black, so I've been switching them out. I stitched around all of this belly band, and then here in the center where I plan to decorate on the top of it. And so we have this orange doily that I cut out, this ephemera piece. This is like a half moon, and he has a face, and his face is so weird, so I covered his face up with the doily. I don't like the face. Um, and then I just layered the two witch sisters. I call them the witch sisters over their cauldron, and then added some pink mesh in the background down here, and then this happy Halloween gold foil ephemera piece there. And inside, like I said, I I did wire wrap most of these. Some I did receive in other swaps, but for the majority of them, I wire wrapped them yesterday. And so we just have a bunch of, like I said, Halloween colored beads, purple, black, white, um, pink, orange, even some gold. And so I hope she appreciates all of these. Um, and then for the shakers, let me put this back on here real quick. For the shakers, I created them all the same. I created uh, 2 for Lacey and 2 for each of my swap partners. I created the exact same bag toppers for each of them as well. Packaged them in these. I don't even know where I got these cello bags from. I want to say Amazon, but I'm not 100% sure. But they fit these embellishments perfectly. And then I used my smallest scalloped bag topper from KS Craft. Um, I actually had to fussy cut all of this, all of this girl and this ephemera piece, and then this sentiment that says all the hocus pocus. I had to fussy cut all of that because I was just running out of ephemera and things like smaller ephemera to use on the small bag topper. So I love this die. I just got it in from Amazon yesterday. It is the witch's cauldron shaker. I did do it in double acetate, so it's completely see-through instead of doing the patterned paper in the back. And that way you can see the yummy sequins mix that someone sent me in a Happy Mail Halloween swap last year. It's all pink, black, and white. I love it. I cut the bubbles out in this pink glitter cardstock from Michaels, and then I cut the smoke out in this holographic cardstock, and I really liked how that looked. So, and then this is a puffy sticker, the little girl here, and then we've got this ephemera piece of the magic potion, and then I topped it off with that little witch's hat puffy sticker, and then I have the sentiment that says a magic spell. So definitely love that die. I'm gonna make some for Beck's Halloween swap that I just signed up for this morning. I can't get enough of the Halloween crafting. I am doing 5 Halloween swaps this year. I think I'm going to stop after this one with Beck because it is getting to be a lot. But here for this bag topper, I used a different pattern paper. And I always cut my bag toppers out of 110-pound cardstock and the pattern paper and then just glue them together so it's nice and sturdy. We've got some black snow tulle from the Dollar Tree layered in the background. We've got this little cut apart piece, the kitty and the pumpkin. It says "To My Cute Pumpkin," and then finished it off with the pumpkin puffy sticker. And then this is actually a die set from also from KS Craft. It's actually it's a coffin coffee cup. So it has like a handle on the side, but I learned real quick that I could just easily cut the handles off and just make it into a little coffin shape. And so, yeah, love this die as well. I kept the decoration real simple because you don't want to cover up a nice shaker with a beautiful mix inside. So we just kept it simple. So there is that. If you guys have any questions or want to chat, feel free to do so. I came on to share this project, but then I thought, like, I'm in the mood to do some wire wrapping, so I thought maybe we would do some wire wrapping together. Good morning, scrapbooks and memories. I know your name, it's just not coming to me on the top of my head. Thanks for joining. Good morning, Kelly. Crafts It All. Arkansas. Oh, is it hot there this morning? It actually is really nice this morning. The last 2 mornings have been super cold here in Ohio. Jennifer. That's right. Jennifer. Thank you. Thank you. I will try to remember that. So I'm not going to bore you guys and go over all of the two. Like I said, the two shakers are like exactly the same. Oh, you used to live in Ohio? I will show you the cards because all the cards did come out differently. I used different cut aparts for those, but the makeup is the same. Black base with gold foil, and then the cut apart popped up on foam. And then I made these little envelopes using my envelope punch board. I decorated this guy pretty much the same way I decorated Lacey's belly band for hers. I made a belly band for hers because hers doesn't have a nice latch like these do. These embellishment boxes are you can get in a 3-pack from Hobby Lobby for like $3.50, I think. Northeast Ohio, about an hour south of Cleveland. Okay, I live in Dayton. I'm sure you know about where Dayton is. Cleveland is like a 4-hour drive for us. My daughter has a specialty neurologist up at the Cleveland Clinic, so I know for sure it's about 4 hours. So I thought I would just go over the inside of the embellishment box here. I won't show you both because they're pretty much the exact same. The top row, like I said, I didn't have a lot of Halloween trinkets, so I did wire wrap a bunch of beads for each of my participants. Then I made these teeny tiny flowers using, let's see, this punch from Hobby Lobby. I picked it up quite some time ago. It was a really good deal for that punch, and they make the cutest little flowers. So I did some in black, and I did like a little white Jimmy center on those. Oh, you're welcome, Kelly. She said she didn't know where to pick these up, but yeah, Hobby Lobby in the jewelry aisle. Like I said, they come in a 3-pack for like $3.50. The last time I bought them, they were $3.50 anyways. Thank you. So there's the black ones, and then I did some like pastel orange ones with the orange centers. The punch is also from Hobby Lobby. It it's with all the other punches and that, and in the near the scrapbooking stuff, the paper crafting stuff. There's this one, and then I have an even smaller one from Hobby Lobby as well. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah. So there's this one, and then there's this super tiny one. I think this one is about a half an inch, and this one is about an inch. So those are both from Hobby Lobby. So like I said, and then I did the pink flowers with the pink jimmies in the center. Then I had these bottle cap embellishments that I've been making for like every swap and to use in my own crafting because they're so much fun to layer with. I just cut, these are like 1-inch metal bottle caps, and these are all silver, but I just punched the different pattern papers with my 1-inch circle punch. Other with the littler flower, yeah. Yeah. I've made these. I made these for my mini swap, and I was not about to I had to make 15 of each of these colors to make the compartment look at least somewhat full. So I wasn't even about to do the smaller flowers and have to make that many more. Yes, love the bottle cap embellishments. Now they are missing the epoxy circles. In fact, I have one of the epoxy circles stickers left. I just ordered some more from Amazon and they'll be here tomorrow. But I usually always do I hot glue the little paper down into the bottle cap, and then I just set this little, it's like a dome epoxy sticker, and then I just set that down in there and it sticks, and it's such a cute little embellishment. So I don't have the little epoxy stickers on all of them, but I will tomorrow. And here we've got this charm. Someone sent me a few of these, so I'm sharing some. And then in this compartment, it's mainly these jimmies that someone sent me in Happy Mail. I have a lot of them, so I thought I'd share these as well. And they come in all different colors. I think they're pretty. They'd make fun, just gem stickers for embellishing, or flower centers for larger flowers. And we've got some more charms, like these 3D type charms here. That wasn't supposed to move. In this compartment, I have a whole bunch of spacer beads, some in black, some in green, and some in this with this holographic feature. So there's that. And then in here is just a whole bunch of charms. I ordered a bunch of Halloween charms from Amazon a couple years ago, and this is what I have left over. And then I found this random black heart. So just some Halloween themed charms in here. The flat back metal charms, whatever you want to call them. And then we have some candy pieces, of course, because it's Halloween. So there's a little milk chocolate bar, a wrapped candy, and some gummy bears in this one. In this one, we have some more wire wrapped beads, but this one says spooky. There's a little candy corn bead, a little, oh, you know what that's called. A little ball with this sequins inside. And then this wire wrapped ghosty bead. Isn't he cute? And then someone shared this silver star trim with me in an embellishment box, and I was trying to fill up this embellishment box, so I put that in there. And then the last compartment just has some random, like, flatback cabochons, this spider, another candy piece, a little pumpkin button, a spider, and a little skull. So that's it for my embellishment boxes. Like I said, everything is decorated the exact same, made the same thing. So I'm not going to bore you with all that. But that's it for my project share. And how do you guys feel about doing just a little craft with me / chat with me / let's wire wrap some beads? Maybe make a dangle, a Halloween dangle, and that will be the first thing I make for my swap that Beck is hosting. I do have my wire wrapping tools. Excuse me. My round nose pliers, my needle nose pliers, and my wire cutters. Hold on, let me catch up on cat comments. I'm down to watch. Awesome. Those little spiders that are rubber, how are y'all gluing them to stay on projects? When I use hot glue, they fall off. Okay, cool. I have actually not glued those little rubber spiders onto anything, so I cannot give any advice on that. But my number one tip for wire wrapping is to get yourself these tools. It took me forever to spend the extra few bucks and buy the Beadsmith brand. Um, but it's life changing and it makes wire wrapping so much easier, so much less frustrating, that I always recommend the Beadsmith brand. Like I said, the round nose, the needle nose, and then of course the wire cutters. These are also the Beadsmith brand. They're a really nice size and they fit in your hands. They're comfortable. I just love them. Then we've got what's left of my Halloween stash of charms. I did get my bead caps, my 6mm heavy gauge jump rings. I always get the heavy gauge ones. We have some 2-inch head pins. Oops. I like to use the head pins instead of the eye pins. I just prefer them for whatever reason. I have some spacer beads in case we need them, some more bead caps. And then I just have a ton of beads over here. So I'm going to continue using the Frank Garcia collections. So I'm going to stick with the black, white, orange, and pink theme. The first thing we need, I need some wire if we're going to do a dangle. Or not some wire, some chain. This is my new roll because I can't find my old roll. And while I am wire wrapping and stuff, I will show you guys how I do it. I have 2 techniques that I use to wire wrap, and so hopefully you can find the one that you like doing, whatever's easiest for you. Like there's one really easy method, but I like the harder method. Of course I do, but I just like the way it looks better, so I'll definitely show you guys that. Let's just start with some beads. Shall we? So I always have, where did they go? I just had them. Hold on a second. Because I know I'm looking for my gold. There they are. My gold seed beads. I always use seed beads when I'm wire wrapping because they help get a nice tight fit, I guess is what you would call it, when wire wrapping. So and I really like to use my bead caps as well because I think it adds a whole nother level of niceness, detail. I like these small ones from Hobby Lobby. They look like leaves. I was thinking the same thing. Of course, she likes the heart way. Of course. And then I like these bead caps for the bigger beads. So I have this bigger bubblegum bead here. So I will open these and get those ready. So the first thing I do is add my little seed bead to the eye pin. And then I will add one of the bead caps. And you can see them individually. These look like leaves as well, just bigger. And they kind of wrap around the bead, which makes it really pretty. And then I add the bead. And then I do another bead cap. And then I do another seed bead. I can pick it up with my chubby fingers. Okay, there's that. And then I take my round nose pliers, and I'm going to show you the harder. Oh, there's a hair. I'm shedding. I'm going to show you the harder method that I do first, and then I'll show you the easier method. So the harder method is a few steps, and all you do is grab your wire right above the seed bead, and then just with your finger. Sorry, I have some Sharpie on my finger that will not come off. You bend it backwards. You bend the wire towards yourself. Okay, so that's step 1. Step 2 is to hold the bead in your hand, and you're just readjusting your pliers. So you had them like so, or I should say like so. You had them like this so that you could bend the wire back towards you, and then you're going to reposition them so that the wire is now like this between the tweezers. So it's still facing you, but it's in between the 2 prongs of the plier now. And then you're going to take your, again, just make sure you keep a firm grip, and then bend the wire away from you. And then you should have what looks like this. Let me take the pliers away so you can see. So it looks like a little hook or something. That seed bead won't stay down. Okay, so once you have it like that, I like to just start with my finger, taking this long part of the wire, and you're gonna start to wrap it around this middle wire where the seed bead is. So I just use my finger and push it towards the center, and then so you can see there's a loop starting to form around the plier. I'll remove it so you can see. And then I'm going to switch hands. So I've been holding it with my right hand the whole time. Now I'm going to put these pliers in my left hand, and I'm going to get my needle nose pliers. I'm going to grab that wire with my needle nose pliers, and I'm going to start bending it around the middle of the wire where the seed bead is, right? And I'm just using my pliers to wrap it around. Oops, sorry, I knocked the tripod. Just using these pliers to wrap it around like so. You can see it's starting to be wire wrapped. Do I know what gauge the head pin is? It says 2-inch 15mm head pin. I get these from Hobby Lobby as well. Unfortunately, it does not say what gauge it is. Whatever 50mm is, I guess. Okay, so that now I'm gonna just move my position here. I'm trying to do this and stay in frame. It's not very easy, but I'm just gonna keep wrapping this around until until there's no more room between the wire and the seed bead. You can see I've got 3 wraps there. 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to take it off the pliers, and I have that little piece sticking out, and we don't want it to poke anyone. So I'm going to go in with my wire cutters now and just snip that off. And there we have it. A little fancy wire wrap bead. I call this the fancy way to wire wrap. Buzzin' with V, who is a creator here on YouTube, has a really in-depth tutorial on how to do this method. So if you guys remind me, I will definitely link that video in the description box down below. She goes through it really slow, and you can pause and rewind and all that good stuff. So there's that method. And then let's do the easy method real quick. I have this black bead here. I'm going to do the first part the same. I take my little head pin. Yeah, it really is easy. It's all about memorizing the steps. Like it used to be really frustrating for me because I couldn't remember the steps, but once you memorize the steps it becomes so much easier. So I put my little seed bead on my head pin. Now I'm going to put my bead cap on. And if you weren't using bead caps, you would just put your bead right after the seed bead. And then you put your next bead cap on, or your next seed bead if you're not using bead caps. But don't it add such a fanciness to it with those bead caps? I love it. Love it. Oh, come on. Get on there. There we go. Okay, the easy method. I'm still going to go slow and step by step because it can go really fast. So I'm going to grip my wire right above the seed bead, and no, wait, hold on. Did I already forget? Okay. I haven't done this method in a while. So what you want to do is you don't want all this length on there. So I'm going to take off about like a 1/2 inch of the wire. Good morning, Cindy. So thanks I can't talk. Thanks for joining. Yes, you're right. Better late than never. Okay, so this time you're going to grab the end of your wire. My bad. I'm sorry. Like I said, I haven't done this one in a while. And all you're going to do is you're going to do a twisting motion. Okay, you're going to hold your bead with your left hand, and you're going to just do a forward twisting motion like this. You're going to let go and come back to where you were. And you can see it's starting to form a loop. So once you've done the forward motion, you come back and you do it again, another forward motion. Just like that. And now you can see there's 2 loops there. We can get another 1/2 a loop in, I think. So I'm going to again reposition my pliers, put them back where we started, and do that forward twisting motion one more time. And you're done. So that's what you're left with when you do the easy Oh, hi, Sophia. Yay, you caught alive. We're just doing some wire wrapping and I'm showing the two methods I know how to do. And that's it for that easy method. This is I call this one the roly-poly method because all you're doing is doing a forward twisting motion with your hand. And I'm going to just trim that a little bit so nobody gets poked. And there you have it. So then you can just put your little jump ring in there and hang it from a dangle. And that's it for that one. So like I said, that's the two methods that I know how to wire wrap a bead. I call this one the fancy one, and this one the roly poly. But yeah, that's why I like this one. I think it just looks cleaner and fancier. So there we go. So now I have this black and gray striped bead. I think I'm gonna wire wrap him. And then I have a really cool spider web bead too that I want to break out. Okay, so seed bead, bead cap, bead. Other bead cap. I'm going to go back to my fancy method now. So, how has your guys' morning been? Mine started off a little rough. If you don't know, I have two daughters, Maddie, who is 9, and Reagan, who is 11. And Reagan was trying to pull the 5 more minutes thing, and I said, nope, get your butt up and get ready for school. Now, Maddie, my 9-year-old, is special needs. She's a total care. Just got back from dropping off kids, doing okay. Good. So Reagan gets a ride to school with her best friend who lives down the street, but Maddie rides the bus because she's special needs and she's in a wheelchair. Ooh, I knocked that. Sorry. Didn't mean to do that. So anyways, Maddie's in a wheelchair, total care. She can't do anything for herself. She can't sit up. She can't talk, walk, any of that stuff. She has a feeding tube. So needless to say, school mornings are always hectic because I have Reagan who I think she still gets jealous of the attention that Maddie gets, but you have to give all your attention to Maddie because like I have to brush her teeth, I have to brush her hair, I have to get her dressed, I have and if that wasn't enough, some mornings she'll at least be okay with it, but like this morning she was fighting me every step of the way. She was whining when I brushed her hair, and she was biting down on the toothbrush so I couldn't brush her teeth, and that kind of stuff. So I was like, Maddie, give mommy a break. But now that they're off to school, I have the whole day to myself. And I'm doing this. I want to find my spider web bead. Oh, there it is. Look how cool this bead is. I've been saving it for a special occasion, and I think this is it. Good morning, Brian. Oh, yes, even kids are affected by Mondays, for sure. Thanks for joining, Brian. I did a little project share this morning, and now we are wire wrapping some beads. I'm going to make a dangle for one of my 5 Halloween swaps I'm signed up for. Good morning, the crafting bookworm. Thanks so much for joining. I do. I love how the spider web stuff looks too. So cool. Okay. So if anybody wants me to like go over this step by step again, I totally will. I've just been talking while I do this. But I don't mind explaining again for anybody who just joined exactly what I'm doing. And hopefully I'm not going to bump the tripod again. I actually moved the camera last time I did this part. Trying to make sure I'm in frame, but then not hit the tripod and still get a pretty wrap. A lot to think about all at once. Come on. Come on. It's being fussy. I think I got it. And I'm just going to cut that little piece off. And you guys know some of you know that we're getting ready to move. Hey, Trina, Ladybug's Craft Corner. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining. Like I said at the beginning of this video, you know, with me getting more comfortable doing crafting on live stream, I'm trying to get an idea of when the best time to go live is, you know, when can the most people join and have fun. So this is the first time I've ever gone live at 9:30 in the morning, but it's been pretty successful so far as my little dinky live streams go. So there's that one all wire wrapped. Let's see. We need a pink. We need some pink. Let me find some pink. Aha. I just, well, and then I have this too. I have so many beads. It's ridiculous. I think I like this pink better. This was a repurchase. You can't wire wrap like that. I'll go over it again if you guys want me to. The step by step. Awesome. Thank you for that feedback, Sophia. Yeah. Anyways, this is a repurchase from Hobby Lobby. Ugh. I love these too. I just wish they weren't $7.99. Jeez, the price keeps going up and up. I mean, it's not a bad deal for everything you get, but you know what I mean. And they smell like paint. Have you ever smelled them? They smell like straight up paint. Okay, I'll go over it again, no problem. Okay, so first things first, you need good tools. These are from the Beadsmith, and I highly, highly recommend you get them because it makes wire wrapping so much easier. The round nose, the needle nose, and the wire cutters. Yeah, permanent marker paint. Yeah, yeah. So that's my first tip, is to get yourself these specific tools from the Beadsmith, because um it took me a long time to spend the extra couple bucks to get the good brand versus the Hobby Lobby brand, and the difference it makes, and the less frustrating it is to have these, is so worth that extra couple bucks. Okay, so we have our 2-inch head pin. I start with a little gold seed bead, and these are the 8/0 size seed beads, just so you know. And then I get my bead cap, but if you aren't using bead caps, just put your seed bead on and then put your bead on. But I'm using bead caps, so my bead cap goes next. And then the bead, and then another. Yes, I got those tools from Hobby Lobby. Yes. And my next bead cap, and then another seed bead. So that's my little formula there. I like to use the seed beads because I feel like it gives me a much tighter wrap, if that makes sense. Some people don't use the seed beads, and I think it makes all the difference. Okay, so let me move some stuff out of the way so you can get a better visual. The first thing you're going to do is grab your wire right above the seed bead. If you're holding your hand like this with the pin sticking straight up, you're going to use your finger and bend that wire backwards towards you, like that. And that's what it should look like. Okay? And then so you had it like this, and you're going to switch the position of your pliers. So hold on to the bead, and then you're going to grab the wire with the bottom little tong, like that. So you had it like this, and all you're doing is moving them like this. Okay? And then you're going to, I use my finger for this part too. You're going to push it back up and away from you. So if you're holding it like this in your hand, push it up and away from you. And then it should look like this. Looks like a little hook, or like like those earring backs. That's what it reminds me of. Okay. So after you have that, once again, I'm going to use my finger just to start it. So I'm holding it in between the pliers, and I'm going to take this wire, and what I'm doing is trying to get it started wrapped around this middle wire, if I can stay in frame. I'm taking this part of the wire, and I want it to start wrapping around this part of the wire above the seed bead. So I'm just bringing this back around with my finger, and getting it in position like that. So then it should look like this. Okay. And then what you're going to do, so you'll have it in your hand like this, and you're going to switch hands. I've had it in my right hand the whole time. I'm switching to my left hand. And now I'm going to get my needle nose pliers, and I'm going to grab the end of the head pin. Sorry, I'm having a trouble staying in focus. Okay, grab the end of the head pin, and you're going to start wrapping that around that middle portion of the wire right above the seed bead. And you're just moving it around. There's one wrap. You can see that. And then we'll do it again. There's two wraps. And then do it one more time to get it nice and tight. I find 3 wraps is usually perfect. Sometimes it's only 2. It depends on the size of your bead. But generally 3 wraps is perfect. So there's your 3 wraps. You see the 1, 2, 3. And then you'll have a little bit of that wire sticking off the side. And that's when I get my favorite wire cutters of all time. They get right in there and snip it off. And ta-da! That's it. So now I'll do it, and I'll go a little bit faster this time instead of stopping and explaining each and every step. No problem, Trina. I'm happy to help. Ooh, I'm dropping seed beads. Yeah, I love the caps. Sometimes I'm lazy and I just don't want to fuss with them, but they add that extra something something to your beads. I'm putting my seed bead, bead cap, bead, other bead cap, and my second seed bead on. And like I said, this time I'm going to go a little faster and not stop and explain every single step. So I'm grabbing here at the base right above the seed bead. I'm bending back towards me. I changed the position of the pliers and grab it like this in between the prongs. Then we're going to bend this up and away from you. Oh, oh, Sophia. I can't believe you think I'm doing a good job being in frame. Oh, anyways. Okay, let me keep going. So we do this, and then I use my finger to start to wrap this this wire around that middle wire like that. And then I'm going to switch from my right hand to my left hand. I'm going to take my needle nose pliers, and I'm going to keep this wire going around the middle wire right above the seed bead. And there's 2 wraps. And 3 wraps. And there we have it. Now I'm just going to clip that little tail off. That wasn't close enough. Which one's being difficult? Oh well, I'm gonna leave it. So there we have it. Let me get caught up on comments. Oh, you're very welcome, Lisa Green. I'm so glad it's helpful. Never tried to do the roly-poly way, but I'm going to test it out on the next angle. Awesome. Yeah. The roly-poly way is when I'm being lazy and don't want to do it the fancy way. What's your name? Rhoda at Hey It's Ro here on YouTube. She has a video showing how she did the roly-poly how she does the roly-poly method. That's where I learned it from her. I'm gonna get my smaller bead caps out for this smaller bead. Yeah, when you gotta wrap a lot, yeah, for sure. It's definitely worth it to do the quicker way. So still the roly-poly method. Still you're putting your seed bead on, your bead cap. This is the smaller bead caps that I get from Hobby Lobby. And then we put the bead on. And we get the smaller bead cap on top. And then we get a seed bead again. I dropped it. And you don't want this much length on the wire for the roly-poly method, so I'm going to cut about a 1/2 inch off. And this time I'm going to grab it up here at the very top of the wire. And all I'm going to do is, keeping a firm grip and holding the bead, I'm going to twist my hand in a forward motion. Like that. Let go and bring it back to the top of you see your loop starting. And then you just, again, oops, sorry, I bumped it again. Again, you move your hand in a forward motion. And it's starting to loop. So yeah, definitely Sophia is right. When you're having to do a lot of wire wrapping and you need to get it done in a timely manner, this is the way to go, the roly-poly method, because you're already done. And most of the time, I don't have anything to clip off when I'm done with the roly-poly method. That's the way you do yours, Trina. Yeah. So it just depends on if I'm feeling up for the challenge of the fancy method versus the roly-poly method. Okay. I'm only going to make a small dangle. So I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chain links. And I haven't wrapped any smaller beads, so this one's going to be chunky, apparently. Then I need my lobster clasp. Where are you, lobster clasp? There you are. And I need to open my jump rings. I will try to remember. If I don't remember and one of you sees this video after it posts, remind me to post the tutorial links from Buzzin' with V for the fancy method, and then I can link Rhoda's tutorial for the roly-poly method. I don't think she calls it the roly-poly method. That's just what I call it. Okay, so I'm opening my jump ring by twisting forward. I'm going to add my little lobster clasp and my little chain link, maybe. And then I'm going to close my jump ring, maybe, by twisting backwards. And there we have that. You should see the chunky dangle I made for my 13-day swap in Lacey's group. It turned out so cute. Oh, have you posted a picture of it, Trina? Okay, so I have some super cute charms, but I need your guys' help figuring out which one is going to be my focal point. Because I'm kind of up in the air about which one's going to be my focal point. I love this one with the moon and the two bats. Am I a coffee drinker? I'm an iced coffee drinker. Even in the winter, I would rather have iced coffee. Well, make sure you post it so I can see that chunky dangle. Okay, so we have this one as the focal point, or we have the spider web that has a bee stuck in it as the focal point, or we have this like 3D witch's hat. I like the moon and the web. See, I like them all three. I think they're all three gonna go on this dangle. I just gotta decide which one's gonna be on the end of my chain as the focal point. Yeah, send me a picture. The moon and the bat. Okay, that's 2 for the moon and the bat. 3 for the moon and the bat. Okay, let's do the moon and the bat. And I think it's super cute. I need a jump ring. I'm going to open my jump ring. Sorry if I go out of frame. Add this guy on. And then add it to the end of my chain. There we go. That's the start of our dangle. Super cute, right? Oh, we had one for the hat. I'm still going to put the hat on it. But that one for the focal point. I really should wrap a couple of smaller beads. Hold on. Because my phone doesn't have a ton of battery left, I'm going to do the quick roly-poly method. And no bead cap. I like to have different size beads on my dangles, so, you know. See, this is why you don't want too much wire, because look, now it's like really thick, and there's 3 loops there, and it's really thick, which is okay, but it's like I prefer to only have the 2 loops so that it's easier to get on the jump ring. So I should have cut that one a little shorter because that bead is so much smaller. Get on there. Ooh, you know what I need to do? I need a double bead. I'm gonna do this black, really fancy faceted one. I think it's a glass bead that I got from Hobby Lobby. If you can't tell, I go to Hobby Lobby a lot. It's the only craft store in the city where I live. Like, I live in a suburb of Dayton called Huber Heights, and the closest Michael's and the closest Joann's are each like 25 minutes away, and so I just don't go to them very often. And Hobby Lobby's like 5 minutes down the road. Okay. Oh no, we're doing the roly poly method. That's right. Cut it a little shorter this time. Mango. There's my little double bead. I'm going to hang him next. Oops. Ooh. I don't know if Beck is still here, but Beck is hosting this next Halloween swap that I'm participating in. And I didn't even know that she chose one of my tutorials for the loaded bag that everyone has to make. So I was like, that's cool. I should join it since it's my little tutorial. Okay, now I'm going to hang this on the right, and because I hung this black one on the left, I'm going to hang this one on the right of the chain. Do you guys put beads on every single chain, or do you skip chains in between the beads? I'm curious. Hmm. You know, they already have pumpkin spice coffee creamer out, and it is so fabulous. I got some the other day. Skip one link. Okay. I've never skipped one link before, and I think I'm going to do it because, like I said, I don't have much battery left on my phone, and I don't want it to die in the middle of my little uh, craft with me video. Mm. That was a close one. Okay. I'm going to do the pink one. Hardly did any orange beads either. I did one peachy orange bead. There we go. Maple pecan coffee. Ooh. That's seasonal. I put vanilla creamer in it and it feels like fall. That sounds so good. skip my big ones. Then I put little ones and charms in between the bigger ones. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, so I need another orange bead. And I can't think where I put them. Where did I put them? I was cleaning up my craft room this morning. Got a little bit done, but it still needs more. Aha, I found an orange one. I just got the 20% reminder or warning on my phone that I have 20% battery left. And I started this live with 95% battery. My battery sucks. I know I'm the messiest crafter, Sophia. Like you guys might see me pumping out projects and posting them on Instagram and stuff, but let me tell you, I ignore the mess around me. Like, because what happens is I get these um ideas in my head that I have to like execute right away, and so I just pile the stuff on the side of my desk and and I have to execute my idea to see if it's gonna work, and I like it gets real bad. Like sometimes I can't even sleep until I figure out if my idea is gonna work. Yeah, I think it's a big leech on the battery too. Oh yeah, that little boo thing is so cute. But I ordered a ton of Luna and 31 last year, so I'm not ordering anything else this year. Okay, let's do the orange on this side. We're going to skip a link and we're going to put this right here. Close that. I think it's time for a charm. I'm going to do the hat. Yes, exactly. Like I'll totally forget what measurements I was thinking and yeah, I will toss and turn if I don't get up and try my ideas. No, I said I was gonna do the witch's hat. I always every time I put something on it, I have to look at it and make sure it still looks okay. It's getting chunky. Oh, I bumped the tripod again. Okay, let's do the spider web bead because I want him on there really bad. Mm. I tossed and turned for a couple hours, and then I got up and um finished the project I was working on, and then I slept so much better. I get antsy when I'm like, I'm almost done. I gotta finish it. Get on there. Sorry, I'm not on frame, guys. My eyesight is not what it used to be. I think I need glasses, or at least readers. I think that would make a big difference. I need to try some. Yeah, exactly. Turn it and see if it's even. I think we need one more pink. Exactly what I have. Okay. And then I'm going to have to call it quits, guys, because my battery's draining fast. Thank you, Cindy. I love, love, love the light orange, the pink, and the black together. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Put this guy over here. Crap. Where did it go? Okay. You're over there, so you're going to go right here. Sometimes it's like a freaking jungle trying to figure out where you're going to put the jump ring through. Especially when you need readers. Cute. I think that's all I'm going to put on there, guys. I think we're going to call it quits after that. Nothing too fancy, but good enough, right? Oh, yeah. I think I got these on Happy Crafter Shop. She had some of these like peachy colored beads, but you know, she never gets the same things back in. All the beads look so good together. Thank you. See, my eyesight, I shouldn't, I'm only 37, so my eyes shouldn't be as bad as they are, I feel like. Thank you. Thank you. I need some, okay. I'm fast. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I used to be the slowest crafter, and just late, like, things just started clicking for me, and so I can move faster now. But thank you. All right, guys. I'm going to have to say bye. I don't want to, but I don't want my phone to die in the middle of me saying something. Thank you, Kelly Crafts It All. I appreciate you guys so much, so much for hanging out with me this morning. Are you 1987? Yes. I was born in 1987. You have a great day too, Trina. Bye everyone. Thanks so much for watching. And I will do it. I'll do another live one day this week. You're so very welcome for the tutorial. I love to be able to help. Bye guys. Thanks so much for joining. Have a great day.